Ho 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 everyone, GXVL back when it comes to the 7 days of Birthmas. Christmas and my birthday, which again coming around on December 20th, okay? But that will be the last reminder, okay? So yeah, today we're gonna be talking about animation, on why I love and admire animation to death. I really, really do. I'm not kidding when I say that. I practically grew up with when it comes to cartoons and anime for the most part throughout many years. And just let you know, I'm not like a full on, hardcore anime person. But I do like some fair share of anime. Just only some, just not a whole bunch. But yeah, love like cartoons since like day one when I was just a baby. Okay, I've seen Disney, I've seen DreamWorks, I've seen Pixar, even seen some underrated gems such as Hoodwink that was from a different animation company, if I'm not mistaken, right? But yeah, going from like Pocahontas and Tarzan to Toy Story and Ratatouille to The Road to El Dorado and Kung Fu Panda, and then there's Hotel Transylvania. At least for me, those are my most personal favorites of them all. And especially, let's not forget TV shows for the most part, such as Ed, Edd n Eddy, Kim Possible, and also, let's not forget the anime department, right? When it comes to Alvin Lead, and also Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and so much more. I really do love how animation can be so creative, and if you utilize them in the right way, they can be executed by a margin. Sometimes it can be pretty low, especially around the 3D animation of all things. 3D animation is kind of a tough job to handle, especially mostly when it comes to television. Okay, when it comes to television shows, while the movies being 3D animated, they can turn out either pretty good or just mediocre or be way below average, so to speak, depending on the concept of things. We're looking at you, Norman of the North, and luckily I have not seen you, okay? And also, let's just say that I'm glad that I did not see the sequel of The Nut Job. Like, my gosh. But I seen the first one, I thought it was alright. It was okay. But, yeah, like, hey, one of my most favorite influential type of movie or TV show characters definitely has to be Poe. Maybe not the TV show, because the TV show was not good at all. It really, really wasn't. But yeah, Poe from Kung Fu Panda, I can definitely relate to so much, especially that I'm so fond with the whole Asian culture, with that when it comes to how they like utilize the animation, using the beautifully well choreographed action, right? I just love everything about Kung Fu Panda when it comes to the characters, and being so charming and being pretty funny, if you ask me, right? And then, like, let's not forget that, like, when it comes to like Pixar, like their old stuff, they may not have aged that well, but they're still watchable to say the least, especially when it comes to the characters such as Buzz Lightyear and Woody. And if you've seen like Toy Story 3 and 4, you're like, damn, that looks really good. Like, wow, they pull off a pretty good job, right? And of course, Pixar, they had like a little few stinkers, just only a little few stinkers, such as, Brave and The Good Dinosaur. I mean, not like Wally, but I can at least see why it's so beloved, as far as I know it. Okay, and as for DreamWorks, there are some movies I do like from them as well, such as Madagascar. But I mainly just love the Penguins of Madagascar with the TV show. I'm not kidding when I do say that. Okay. And let's not forget, like, Jimmy Neutron. I actually really loved watching Jimmy Neutron back when I was a kid. Nowadays, maybe I'm not too much into as Jimmy Neutron as I was before, but hey, I still love the movie. I think the TV shows stay okay for the most part, being kind of watchable, right? And then let's not forget that, like, even when it comes to the likes of like DC and Marvel, when it comes to their animation stuff, it could be a hit or miss on some stuff, especially as of late, if you think about it, okay? But we're diving in mostly with other stuff that is not just DC and Marvel, okay? And I do want to throw out by saying that, like, when it comes to watching the new animated stuff, such as like Tangled and having its spin-off and 2D animated show, I loved it so much. I even caught up with it. I am so glad that I was able to watch from beginning to end and seeing how much full of life that Rapunzel has. She is definitely one of my favorite characters, alongside with Eugene. All right, and even the horse, he's his very own character too. And plus, I just feel like for some reason Ratatouille feels like underrated to me, but I've been seeing around the internet that it has been getting a lot of praise, so it's pretty interesting. And I'm surprised it has not gotten a sequel, but I think it might be best if it didn't, right? Because as much as I love The Incredibles, I was not too crazy with The Incredibles 2, though. I really was not. I'm not kidding when I say that too. And also, when it comes to other underrated stuff, at least in my opinion, would be The Road to El Dorado. But considering that people are now most familiar with it as of late, and especially when it comes to the famous, smoking hot character that is Shell. I mean, hey, she's actually one of my favorites, but hey, my most favorite is definitely Miguel, because man, he's blonde, he has the good looks. I just like his personality. He actually felt kind of relatable to me in a sense, but I wouldn't say that I resonate with him that much, not by a long shot. But I can totally get behind from his mindset, and especially how he interacts around with Tulio. And then, of course, apparently, one of my most beloved movies, such as like Tarzan and Pocahontas, like I can understand the criticism that they get, especially with the likes of Pocahontas. Don't get me wrong, people, but I will always still have a lot of love and respect for my Disney Pocahontas, which I now know that I thought Pocahontas was fictional at first, especially when I was a kid. I did not know that Pocahontas was a real person in real life. So, yeah, I know that. But apparently a lot of people took the movie too seriously, especially when it comes to Disney of all things. I'm like, come on, guys. I don't think Disney technically, quote unquote, lied. But with other stuff, I'm pretty sure else when it comes to behind the scenes. But when it comes to at least just the movie itself, with the storytelling, I say, like, let's let that be the fictional version. And while the real life Pocahontas, let her rest in peace, okay? But moving on from that, though, let's not forget that there can be a blend of animation with live action. That's right, the Looney Tunes. And also, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? One of my most favorites is definitely, at least my most personal favorite of all time, that is Space Jam. Sure, there's like a back in action and Who Framed Roger Rabbit that I would admit they are pretty damn good. When it comes to, like, the overall characters and storytelling, and especially how they utilize some of the live action stuff, and mixing it with the animation. But hey, I just think Space Jam really pulled me all the way in, because man, I just enjoy it so much, and I'm pretty sure it's mostly due to nostalgia. But hey, I will always admit that, like, it's mostly with the likes of Who Framed Roger Rabbit is definitely masterpiece material, okay? And also, apparently, I've been ignoring a little bit when it comes to anime. I'm sorry, anime. I mean, I have not abandoned you. I have not forgotten you. But yeah, let me talk about when it comes to at least maybe the adult side of things when it comes to anime, such as like Alvin Lee, and also I think Naruto to a certain extent when it comes to Shippuden, and also when it comes to the movies that it has, and also Panty Unstocking. I just really do love these shows to the core, and to me, when it comes to Alvin Lee, I actually sympathize and also understand the character herself, that is Lucy / Kaede / New, whatever you want to call her. I think she's a very compelling, good character. And sure, I may not have read that much of that manga. I will admit that, but sometimes I'd rather get into the anime first before the manga. All right, that's just how I function. Okay, and when it comes to Pension and Stalking, man, I just love how the art style looks and the way how they're trying to be like South Park and like the Pop-Up Girls, Sailor Moon, and Kayla Kill all blend into one. I just can't help but admire everything about it. It's very raunchy, very explicit, and sure, not many people will like the show, but for me, I for one love it. I just think the second half of it was a little weak, but hey, I still had a lot of fun with it nonetheless. And also, when it comes to other animes such as I still want to get into, such as One Punch Man, and also still trying to catch up with when it comes to like Attack on Titan. I got to rewatch Attack on Titan because there's now like what, season 3 and 4. Yeah, I gotta step up my game, okay? And then there's if I'm not mistaken, there was an anime I didn't like too much. Oh yeah, of course, it was Naruto and My Hero Academia, right? Yeah, those ones. But yeah, if you guys like them, that's fine. For me, I just not that crazy into it, okay? But hey, my boy Bakugo, though, I think he's pretty cool, despite the fact I've only seen 9 episodes, okay? The first 9 episodes. But maybe I might do want to go back, especially, I've been seeing some fan art of a sexy bunny named Murdergo, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, first Mina, and well, actually, first Bakugo, then Mina Ashido, and then this sexy bunny lady. I'm like, okay, I'm down. I am totally down for that now. Like, maybe I will get back into My Hero Academia whenever I have a shot. But then, last but not least, the other two shonen. I really loved Naruto back when I was little. I may not love Naruto the same way today, but I truly do think I kind of now somewhat done with Naruto in a sense, but I still want to like catch up with it, at least, so to speak, because I've been mainly trying to replay some of the games, such as Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3, to like remember what happened here and playing through the games, the story mode, and especially Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 and 3. Sure, it may not be the right way to do it, but hey, I'm trying to refresh my memories, and especially how much episodes there are. Luckily, I had the DVDs of Naruto, at least from the first season, and also there are the filler episodes that I do own, because hey, one of the filler episodes that I really like is with Anko. Yeah, the purple hair and also the snake type of lady. Yeah, she's one of my most favorites, but man, I'm not too crazy how Boruto done her in. I'm like, is it because she ate all those dumplings she likes a lot? I don't know. I mean, I can understand with Choji and his daughter being, chubby and a little fat, but it does not suit Anko at all. I just don't see it. Alright, but oh well, what can you do with that? Alright. But yeah, Anko and Naruto himself, they're one of my most favorites. I would even say Sasuke at least as well, because I do find him pretty interesting. And of course, let's not forget, Perfect Sage Jiraiya, right? And let's get to that other anime that I've been watching as of late. Luckily, I've been catching up to it, but right now I put it on hold. That is One Piece. Oh my gosh. I couldn't stop watching One Piece, but I have no choice but to put it on hold so I can watch other new shows such as Shiro 2018 and The Owl House and other stuff, especially to rewatch, such as like Sonic X and the Satam, like Saturday morning cartoon that is the Sonic. I just been catching up on many different stuff, especially Robot Boy. But yeah, with One Piece though, like damn, I just love almost everything about it. I actually skipped most of the filler. Luckily, I have a list of it. Really, I'm not kidding when I say that. Because luckily there's a website where you can skip like certain episodes that are not that not to be bothered with, because they are either deemed quote unquote canon or filler, or that they're like close to canon, like a soft canon or a soft filler, so to speak. So when it comes to soft canon and soft filler, I got to at least to include it in, because if it's part of the story, I got to at least watch those episodes, not the other ones. And I actually did watch one filler episode, which was how Usopp got his brand new goggles, which was not a bad episode by all means, and I thought it was really nice. But I, but it does seem like yeah, he was gonna get those goggles nonetheless. Okay, and yeah, Usopp, Nami, Chopper, and other characters that are kind of like side characters, so to speak, like Satoshi and Vivi. And I would say maybe kind of Luffy in a certain extent, but I just don't like him too much. I just consider him to be like a gigantic d-bag. He almost comes off a little bit unlikable, but at certain times I kind of like him. I kind of find him endearing. So yeah, he's a mixed bag for me, really. But yeah, I just really dig how very refreshing to me it is. Like, they're pirates, right? And yet they have these certain aspects and abilities that they utilize to how to bring out themselves. Like with Nami being not just a navigator, but she's like an expert on weather. She utilizes the weather as her own weapon that even Usopp actually helped her out with. So I'm like, okay, that's actually pretty damn cool. And for Usopp, he uses a fake hammer, and he's very experimental with his with those slingshots, right? I'm like, okay, then I can pretty much dig that, especially with the like chopper. I just really like how very creative the show can be. So there's like a lot of stuff for me to still catch up. So right now, I just put it on hold when it comes to the Biohazard arc, if I'm not mistaken, is what it's called, okay? And I gotta say, when it comes to the villains, though, I really do really like Buggy a lot. I'm not kidding, I really do. He's basically the Joker of the show to me, at least. But hey, I like Buggy. And also another character who represents, dark justice. He had like a pigeon, if I'm not mistaken, and turned into a cheetah. Man, it's been a while since I've seen the show myself, but I think you guys know who that is, right? Oh, and then let's not forget Fire Fist Ace. And man, I feel so sorry for Luffy. I know his pain. At least losing a brother, not like the entire backstory, but entirely happened to him, okay? But I know the pain, not having your brother around anymore. So, yeah, I think that's all I had to say. Sorry this was a little bit too long, because there's just a lot to cover when it comes to like one of my favorite shows like that were, and movies that were from the old days, even up to the new stuff. And for the record, people, I'm gonna say this straight out. Yes, I am aware of those specific type of shows when it comes to the P word, the political crap. But yeah, I've been trying my best to avoid one of those. But I've been seeing some people trying to like also push their own narrative onto like the current shows that I even trying to get into. I'm getting a pretty pet peeve by that, or a little bit more livid, so to speak. Okay, so all right. As far as I know, I do not want to watch any crappy show whatsoever. I just don't care for the political stuff. But if it does come across as ham-fisted to me, I definitely do not want to watch it. Okay? At all. So, yeah, what are your most favorite animated TV shows and movies? And who's your most favorite beloved characters? At least just like, maybe like at least like list 3 to 5 in each category when it comes to characters, movie, and TV show, okay? This has been Jigsby Al signing off right now. Later.